October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and this morning, Shashina Rowe Farquharson highlights a survivor who has beaten the odds and won the war against this dreaded disease.
Today, she wears a bright smile with a grateful heart just because she's in the land of the living. You see, life changed quickly 10 years ago for wife and mother of 3 children, Lori Pinder, when she made the worst discovery of her life.
We were actually on vacation in Atlanta, and I just went to take a shower. I didn't even say, let me just do a breast check. It's just a habit of how I bathe, and I felt the lump. And like I said, I wasn't looking for it, but I felt it. I told my husband about it, and when we came back to Grand Bahama, I immediately seek medical attention, and I had the biopsy done shortly after.
She was then diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer here in Grand Bahama.
When they sent off the receptor test that you have to take to see what kind of chemo you would take, the doctors here didn't understand what the triple negative was. I saw negative, but in my mind, I wasn't settled with it. I asked the doctor, what does that mean? He's like, you're all right. But I was not settled with it.
But because she was not confident in that diagnosis, she contacted a U.S.-based doctor, where it was made abundantly clear that this type of cancer was extremely aggressive. The next 9 months would not be easy, as she sought care in the United States away from her husband and children. Lori says while she had an awesome support team, there were times she felt alone.
God always sent, the days that I planned my funeral, God always sent somebody to call me and encourage me. And this particular day, I was feeling kind of down, and a lady named Christine Russell Sweeting, who is a cancer survivor, she just happened to call me. And she was like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, okay. And she said, you don't sound right. I said, I'm okay. So she was like, Lori, I had days like that I planned my funeral. And just as she said that, I knew God sent her, because that's exactly what I was going through.
Her ultimate prayer was for God to keep her until her young children were grown. Hear how she describes her chemotherapy treatments.
It zaps your immune system, and it takes your energy, and you sleep a lot. And the second set of chemo that I took, I actually was crippled. I had severe joint pains that I had to use a walking cane to walk for at least 5 days.
Essentially, Lori would have a double mastectomy, as she was also diagnosed as being BRCA1 positive, which means that she inherited this type of cancer. She says every day it was a mental and emotional fight.
You read about this particular cancer, all you read about is how fatal it is. So I had to look at myself in the mirror every day, and I had to recite, I shall not die, but live and declare the works of the Lord. And I had to think and imagine me being home with my children. And when I started to think that I may not see my daughter graduate, and I may not see my boys graduate primary school, I had to pray, and I had to ask God to give me that strength to make it through. I will not complain. I just have to go through what I need to go through to get home.
Lori was diagnosed in October 2010, and by June of the following year, she was cancer-free. After years of biannual follow-ups, she was just given the all-clear for a once-a-year checkup by her doctor this year. Here's why she says she is a pink survivor.
I am a pink survivor because God gave me the strength to fight.